Welcome to the TALKESHI podcast episode. Ever since the last one, which was a few months ago. Well, it wasn't actually a few months ago. It was like more than a month ago, I would say. I literally can't remember what episode we were on. Hey, mucho duro. Hi guys. It's been a while since I've done like a sit down and just talk episode. Genuinely, my life has changed a lot since then, since the last, I don't even remember which one it was. I don't know if it was the Aries season one, which if it was, like, hello, that was in March. Okay. It just feels like such a different life from back then to now. I have an iPad. Can we believe I'm an iPad kid? I guess I've just become a person that kind of needs one now, which ties into one of the topics that I wanted to get into. I really do like doing this, right? And like I said in the last episode with Natalia, who's someone that I work with, if I didn't, I wouldn't do it. And I don't do it for profit. I don't do it for clout, obviously. I do it because I love to do it. I love to sit down here. I love to talk about things. I love to, more than anything, create content. And recently I've gone through like some, not crazy, but some pretty heavy life changes that have really, like, this past week changed my life. Because of like work things that have been going on. And they've just really redirected me. I want to say in a positive way. So I'm excited. The lack of episodes in general. By the way, I have an AC. I have so many things now in this room, in this office where I've always shot. I have an AC, which is, I'm going to try to edit that out. But thankfully I can now sit down here and not have heat stroke like last fall, where I was like in full fall, get up, and I was dying of heat. And I have cats, not one, I have two rescue cats. One of them is under here, which is why I'm like, let me try to see if I could get her to pop out. I don't know if y'all could see her. Everyone say hi to Daisy. You guys have probably seen her on my socials. Let me put her back in there. But I have two cats. That's Daisy, and now I have also Grillo. But yeah, over the summer, Mom and I rescued two cats back to back. I rescued Daisy. Maybe in another episode I'll tell the story, because today I want to be a little more focused. And my mom rescued Grillo. His name is Grillo. Finally a pet that I have with a name in Spanish. But yeah, life has changed a lot, and it's really, like I was saying, the lack of episodes is because of my mental health. Like, literally, it overrides everything. And I think, I remember 2 years ago when I was going through a period of really heavy grief because I had lost someone. And I just asked, like, how do you guys... I have to revisit that comment section, because I posted a clip of me asking on the podcast episode, how do you even move forward, right? How do you... When something like that happens, how do you get the strength to keep doing what you do? And it still bewilders me to this day how people do it, right? And I have to visit that comment section, because right now I am very down to do what I have to do. I was redirected to really push to make more money, to live comfortably, even, because I just really needed to live comfortably, to at the same time take care of these cats, because I don't know, maybe for other people it's so easy to have pets, but for me, I didn't really want to adopt any animals because of my mental health, and because it takes a lot of time and effort, and to keep them really happy. I don't want to just like have animals. I want to have them be happy, and live a happy life and comfortable and whatever, but that takes a lot of anxiety from me. It makes me very anxious, but I think I can do that. I can have a livable wage, and I can do my projects. And I was watching like this TikTok that was like, you're putting your projects on a pedestal and you're not doing these things because you think that they are more than what they are or whatever. For me, it's just like my anxiety just really, it paralyzes me. Like, there are days where I can like do my work stuff and just like the rest of the day be bedridden with anxiety. It's so bad. And I'm not excusing myself. Like, that really does suck that happens. But now I feel like this positive pressure to do better, and I really want to ride that wave at least this entire month. I want to change my life this month, not to sound like an MLM promoter or like a motivational speaker, but I really do, and I really need to. But yeah, updates on a lot of stuff. Let's see. The last Eshis. I didn't talk about the last Eshis, and I think I'm also not gonna dive too into it because I don't even know how long this segment talking about the debate and things like that. Not the debate de allá afuera. I'm talking about el gran debate de Puerto Rico. But I guess I will, like, I have to. I feel like every fall, for some reason it's every fall, but every fall I should talk about the Eshis. You know, the first episode during fall should be the episode that I talk about the Eshis. The Eshis, bro. This year, of course, monetary limitations and also mental health limitations really couldn't let me give y'all like a proper in-person Eshis. So I did just like a little get together with my friends. We played and we did the segments, which I would love to at some point do in person, right? To have those, like, that event of all of us just together and having fun and doing those games and whatever. I had a good time. It was, you know, I really do hope that I could. My hope is just that, like, I'm not even hating on the past Eshis. It was great. A lot of great people won awards and everything. But next year, I'm proposing next year. It's not in my focus right now to plan for the Eshis, but next year I will start planning for the Eshis and it will be great. But yeah, it was still a fun time. I just wanted to put that out there, I guess, and talk about that. But yeah, so I think, you know what's something else that really gets to me? I think this change that happened recently pushed me, and I keep saying in a positive way, because I think I was getting a little, now clearly, right, like I'm an anxious person. I have anxiety, and I get really easily paralyzed by and overwhelmed by my potential. And your potential doesn't exist, right? Like, or at least I've read that somewhere, that your potential doesn't exist, and that really you're only doing what you can. And like, I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing. I want to do more. I want to do this. I want to work on so many projects. I don't want to self-soothe by being in bed, and because that's what I was doing. I was self-soothing. I was not living the life that I wanted, not making enough money that I wanted. And I really hate that this sounds like one of those, like, you know, you gotta grind set, you know, hustle culture, whatever. But I think I really needed it because I was getting too comfortable. I was self-soothing. I was scared of everything. I was starting to get scared of everything. I was starting to get scared of all my responsibilities and hoping that people were compassionate enough with me. And you know what's the great thing? I do have great friends that really consider my anxiety and really, you know, are great with that, and that can understand that I'm not always going to be 100. But I also, I know that I had to push myself. I know that I have to, I really have to gather the strength from somewhere, because if not, I'm going to be this forever. And it really sucks that I even thought that I couldn't, you know. And I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to do it. I don't know if I can achieve everything that I want to achieve. I don't know if I'll be consistent with this podcast and its posts. I don't know, which, like, by the way, are super fun. And I try to, you know, love fall, love PSLs. You know, I'm going to post all about that. I love doing my 3 segments, which are seasonal, coffee and co, and Friday faves, which are in order about music, coffee, obviously, and just about things, you know, like things I watched or things I ate or whatever, just to try to support local businesses and you know, just have like a little conversation going on, like a little blog, but it's not a blog because it's on Instagram. But yeah, I want to do all that stuff, and I want to be great at my job. I don't want to just like get paid. I want to be great at my job and my jobs, which I'm not having. And I want to do this podcast, and I want to create great content, and I want to take great pictures, and I want to be the best version of myself. And I want to draw because I love drawing. It's really a passion of mine. And maybe at some point, right, I want to do all these things. And my anxiety was really keeping me from doing all that stuff, from being the best that I can be. I was too comfortable. And something hit me about, like, I don't know, about a lot of things. I've been having a lot of epiphanies, right? Like, I just don't believe in myself. I really don't believe in myself. Like, I feel like people don't really get the fact that I don't believe in myself. I've gotten this far not believing in myself, and that's crazy. It's crazy that I've achieved what I've achieved, be it little, be it a lot, by not thinking that I can. And I really have to look back and look at the proof that I can and that I can be better. Like, I definitely can. So I don't know. Life is a little disappointing sometimes, though. Like, I feel like I thought I'd be far beyond by this point in my creator career. But I think that's just how life is sometimes, you know? And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm also going to go on TikTok and Facebook again. I don't want to go on Facebook. I don't want to like scroll on Facebook. But I really do want to keep my Facebook page pretty updated and nice, and see what I could put on there to keep it active, of course, and reach a broader audience. But on TikTok, like, I don't like the energy there, but I guess I do want to go on there and be a part of what everyone likes and the things that people do. Like, it looks fun. So I'm gonna try to be active on there too. Let's see what happens. Also, I get a lot of body pain. Like, sometimes it's my anxiety, sure, but sometimes it's also like my body hurts. But then I realize, like, when I'm like really active, or I go out, or I, you know, like, I don't feel like right now. This morning I went to brunch with my bestie, shout out Marilyn, and I had a great time. And then I came here and I took some pictures, which took me a while, and I took care of my cats, and now I'm here shooting an episode. It's gonna be stressful to edit it because like my body hurts so much, but I really have to believe that I can. I guess what I wanted to do was really give y'all an update on my life and whatever, but now I only have like 6 minutes to talk about the main topic. No, but let's get on that, actually, because we gotta talk about the election. Han pasado tantas cosas, like, just like the craziest things. Yo siento que estamos en un momento político bien interesante, específicamente por las redes sociales, específicamente por la juventud que ahora se está moviendo a educarse bien brutal. No que no la había, pero yo creo que en las elecciones pasadas estaba la pandemia, habían como que limitaciones. It was just such a strange time. Y yo siento que desde la primera vez que voté en el 2016, yo siento que desde ahí hay aires de cambio, hay aires de motivadera, de que esto sea mejor, ¿verdad? Hay muchas cosas cambiando. I don't mean to be a cynic tampoco, pero yo creo que subestimamos, ¿verdad? Porque a veces pasan estas cosas donde nos motivamos y yo no quiero ser cínica, yo apoyo obviamente el cambio, la diferencia, ¿verdad? Sacar el bipartidismo. Like, no quiero que esto se vea como que no tengo fe ni confianza en ellos, pero sí, ¿verdad? Porque tiende a pasar que we just get really disappointed cuando gana el PNP-PPD, right? Estaba viendo, by the way, my episode on the last debate hace 4 años atrás. Damn. ¿Cómo es la frase? For things to change, they have to stay the same. Y en verdad, sometimes Puerto Rico just feels like a really weird loop on that. But, yeah, estas elecciones, como estaba diciendo, nos decepcionamos cuando eso pasa. Y yo creo que es porque subestimamos, ¿verdad? Y lo tengo aquí en my notes, que subestimamos la cantidad de personas que tienen fe en este sistema, yo creo. Y por eso qué bueno tener fe, qué bueno creer que puede pasar algo brutal. Sin embargo, número uno, el sistema como tal está diseñado para... O sea, no un sistema... Obviamente, yo no estoy aquí diciéndole a nadie que no vote. Yo voy a votar. Pero de verdad, si hay gente que no va a votar, yo entiendo por qué. Lo entiendo y les tengo compasión si no creen en este sistema que... ¿Verdad? Y también la razón por la cual mucha gente no vota o por la cual tiene esa opinión es porque hay muchas otras cosas que uno puede hacer para su comunidad y para cambios sociales, para mejoría social, ¿verdad? Y it's just estar bien envuelto en tu comunidad, ¿verdad? Siento que es bien importante. Hasta las mismas elecciones más pequeñas, ¿verdad? Como alcaldes, senadores, representantes, quizás pueden ser un poquito más hasta impactantes que la de, por ejemplo, gobernador o de comisionado residente. Como que hay tantos cambios que uno puede hacer a una escala más pequeña, que no solamente es votar, sí, sal a votar, pero también involúcrate, también busca formas de ayudar a tu comunidad de forma, ¿verdad? Sé tú el cambio dentro de tu pueblo. Y también edúcate sobre las propuestas de las personas. Ya yo sé por quiénes yo voy a votar, ya yo sé, ¿verdad? Me he educado ¿verdad? He buscado información. Yo creo que eso es importante también, no solamente como que quédate con que, como allá afuera ahora mismo van a votar for example, like they're gonna vote for Kamala just because it's not Trump and just because, y van a votar por Joe Biden for that carcass because it wasn't Trump. Y eso está bien fuerte, como que I get why people think that, pero not to bring my man Hassan into this, pero he says something, como Hassan Piker, if y'all don't know, but he said something que es bien, it's so true. Los candidatos tienen que ganarse tu voto. Tú no puedes votar a alguien porque no es otro candidato o porque no, I don't even know, man, como que, porque uno puede decir como que vamos a votar por Dalmau, qué sé yo, porque no es PNPPD. No, like, si yo votaría por Dalmau es porque, ¿verdad? Como que me alineo. You guys know I'm not that good at Spanish. Más con sus ideales y no es... Está difícil porque como que lo que uno quiere también a veces o lo que mucha gente quiere hacer es sacar al PNPPD. Pero también Dalmau tiene que ganarse su voto. And I think he's doing that pretty well. Let me just make that clear. So yeah. Now, yo tengo aquí unas notas. Oh my god, I just want to show y'all. Like, this is so professional. Should I use this as like a monitor for shooting? I don't know how to do any of that. But I really would love like a professional setup and not my office, which has been invaded by... Let me just... You know what? I might not use this as a second monitor, but I think I will use this as a second camera. Okay, here. See? My entire office... This area actually looks nicer. I don't know why it looks like that, but this area has been... There's Grillo. Corrupted by this huge crate. He doesn't stay there all the time, but still. Anyway, I just wanted to feel professional for a second. Let me head back to the main topic, which is... Let's just hit the highlights de esta elecciones up until, like, last Saturday, I guess. O hasta el debate. Yo siento que this kicked off... mira, en verdad, obviamente... Desde hace unos meses atrás ya se ha estado haciendo mucho trabajo ¿verdad? Para kick off these elections y yo siento que también para sacar la tarjeta electoral desde hace meses ya se está hablando de eso. Yo estaba ahí, yo verifiqué y yo, ¿verdad? Como que tenía la tarjeta ahí refreshed and active ahora desde like marzo por ahí. So, yeah, esos esfuerzos han estado ahí. I would say que como que it kicked off into social media como tal, or like into the social media eye de todo el mundo bien brutal, ya a finales de agosto con lo de Anuel y Trump. What do you mean que Anuel está supporting Trump? Now, I feel like I'm not that surprised just because of the type of person que Anuel, but it's still like... Yo siento que dice mucho, like, hasta Nicky Jam también, who Trump misgendered, which I think is the funniest thing. Like, I have no words for that, but it's just so funny. And it's, but you know what's not funny? It's sad que esta gente esté apoyando a Trump y a toda esta gente. En verdad yo no entiendo como que por llevarle la contraria a Bad Bunny, even though Bad Bunny hadn't even done the things that he was going that he will be doing now, que lo voy a mencionar ahora. But I do feel like ellos saben que Bad Bunny es bien como que he's not conservative, and he's not like, I don't know cuáles son sus ideales, but Bad Bunny is not conservative, and he's not un PNP, and he's not, you know, él está bien atento, él sabe la que hay, como que no es perfecto también. Let me just talk about that for a little bit, porque mira, yo sé que la gente dice, Bad Bunny es un artista, no es un político, no es nadie que estamos dependiendo de él para... Y eso es completamente cierto, esa narrativa de que como que él está hablando de política y la cosa es que él influye. Él influye, and I think this is important, por lo menos hasta el nivel que lo está haciendo. Como que no esperen que Bad Bunny venga y les hable a ustedes sobre like identity politics y como que sobre política bien deep, porque Bad Bunny es un artista al final del día. That's the only thing that he has to be doing, right? O que por lo menos tiene como obligación. Sin embargo, Bad Bunny sí siente la responsabilidad con su plataforma de call out estas cosas que están pasando, porque Bad Bunny sí es artista, no es político, pero Bad Bunny es puertorriqueño. Bad Bunny sí puede sacarle su tiempo para decir, mira, esto está mal, y eso para mí está de lo más bien. Yo siento que la crítica, obviamente de los PNP, we're not gonna listen to that, pero la crítica de personas diciendo como que, bueno, él podría haber hecho más. Y'all want him to educate people on Marx, on Engels, like, what do you guys, ¿verdad? Como que yo siento que hay límites, y hay personas, mira, like, hay personas que te pueden educar sobre eso. Bad Bunny is not the one, ¿entiendes? So, cierto que Bad Bunny maybe está apelando a una generación, a unos jóvenes que maybe, you know, como que this resonates with them, porque el futuro es nuestro. No tenemos que votar como votaron nuestros padres, of course. So, yo siento que la gente criticando y just being like, pero como que he could do more for that. Yeah, sure, como que él puede donar, él puede educarse más, sure, pero siento que no nos estamos yo no me estoy conformando con eso, pero sí digo como que ¿qué más ustedes esperan de I don't know? Mira, he was caught reading Guerra contra los puertorriqueños. Is that War Against All Puerto Ricans? I don't even know what the title of the book is. But yeah, y obviously that enters the mainstream cuando él se va en un podcast el 4 de septiembre. And he talks about, ¿verdad? Como que Also, I just realized que I dared to wear this coat por eso mismo, porque tengo el aire. You guys must be like, esta se cree gringa because tengo un coat y qué sé yo, pero es porque tengo aire, okay? I'm not gonna stop being stylish just because it's 105 degrees out there, okay? Anyway, Bad Bunny empieza, ¿verdad?, a hablar de estas cosas en un podcast so random, ¿verdad? A mí me encanta que él salga en un podcast random y no necesariamente los top como Molusco, como Chente y qué sé yo. I love that. Pero él habló de cómo él se siente sobre la política y todo eso. I think it's great. Como que, like I was saying with this whole speech that I just gave the past few seconds ahí. I think it's great que él hable de estas cosas. And no hay que pedir mucho, como que esa es su opinión. Si su opinión es limitada en tu mente, ¿qué más vas a hacer, papi? I think that shit where he was accused of getting Venezuelan money is wild. En verdad se puede decir tanto sobre que en la asamblea PNP va a haber un cierre de campaña, right? Del PIB y de qué sé yo, right? De la alianza. Because I want to be invited. No. No, but, you know, yo digo esto y nunca salgo a ningún lado, but still. Entonces, el 24 de septiembre, 20 days later after Jennifer Mentirosa, because I didn't even mention that, es que salen los billboards. Dude, the whole thing about the billboards was crazy. Bad Bunny putting these billboards que dicen, like, just calling out el PNP, to me is it's such a big thing. Again, I don't know why people criticize. These things have never been seen before. Que el artista más grande del mundo habla igual que yo. No habla un español mexicano, no habla un español, habla un español puertorriqueño. Ponga estos billboards y ataque al PNP, which has been una entidad tan grande por décadas en nuestro país. Es el artista más grande del mundo, or one of the biggest artists, que yo sé que, like, all the people that I watch, la gente que yo veo de allá afuera sabe quién es Bad Bunny, sabe quién es un chamaco de Vega Baja. Está poniendo billboards por la isla diciendo que el PNP es corrupto. To me, that is so big, which is why I get so mad about the criticism, but it's valid, whatever. I don't care. The point is que, to me, en verdad, that's just... To me, that is using your influence para bien. And I'm not going to keep going on that little rant, ¿verdad? To me, it was crazy que tuvo que venir Nidia Vázquez y decir que literally la relación entre Puerto Rico y Estados Unidos no iba... Like, dude, nosotros somos colonia, right? So we have to abide by leyes federales. That isn't gonna go away así. And it's crazy que... And I just wanna... Mira, en verdad, there's nothing more else aquí, además de the fact que yo vi a Dalmau last Saturday, so that was fun. Porque llegó hasta Macao. That's my gobernador right there. Que Wanda Vázquez apparently was wiretapped or wired y grabó conversaciones con Jennifer González y con Tomás Rivera Chats, y que Tomás Rivera Chats, like, it's really crazy que el PNP se canta de decente y qué sé yo, y mira, están, like, Bad Bunny no habló malo en sus billboards. Tomás Rivera Chats habló malo en sus billboards. Solamente porque tú pongas un underscore no quiere decir que we don't know what you said, Tommy. I just want to end the episode on one thing, ¿verdad? Y es que there's this crazy amount of fear-mongering sobre el comunismo, sobre all these crazy things que no van a pasar. Y hay gente que tras que les cree, también no les importa que hay tangible evidence and proof de que el PNP y todos estos partidos que han estado en poder son corruptos. They don't care. Ellos se sienten más safe dentro de la corrupción que de las cosas que no entienden, que quizás pueden ser cosas mejores. And I think, ¿verdad? El año pasado mismo, around this time, yo hablé de Villana y de esa pastora que empezó a hablar de Villana y Babilonia y qué sé yo. De verdad, en Puerto Rico todavía hay un miedo bien crónico a lo desconocido. Como no saben cómo va a ser Juan Dalmau si llegará a ser gobernador o cualquier otra persona que no sea del PNP-PD, ellos le tienen miedo a cómo funcionaría eso. Quizás we don't know how it would be, pero sabemos lo malo que está ya. Y de verdad a mí necesito que la gente entienda eso para salir y votar y really try to make a change in that way. Si de verdad, like, no se sorprendan. I'm really happy que hay mucha gente que como que con sus padres, con sus abuelos, qué sé yo, como que no van a votar por el PPN. Por el PPN. Yeah. Por el PNPPD este año. De verdad, that's insane, that's crazy, that gives me hope, that makes me so happy. Pero no subestimen el fotutismo. No subestimen eso. No lo subestimen, because hay mucha gente que you would think are saying otherwise, and then they tell you that que they believe in them, y you're just in shock. Y tú dices como que, how are you like this? Pero no se sorprendan. Y de verdad, no subestimen que hay gente que va a votar por Jennifer. De verdad, no sé cómo ustedes lo subestiman. No sé cómo ustedes no creen que eso pasa with the most normal people that you know. ¿Ok? So, quería terminar el episodio con eso. Practica tu voto, which is a great way to ver, ¿verdad? Porque cómo va a salir tu papeleta. La mía salió válida. Y así también sé por quiénes voy a votar en mi área. También, dos cositas más. Quiero decir que si pueden, pónganse para ser funcionario. That would be great. Y también quiero promocionar dos content creators que si no los tienen en su feed would be really strange. If you're watching me, you're definitely seeing these people. Que es Consentimientos PR. Amazing, lovely lady. Shout out to Alana Margarita, que ha, ¿verdad?, hablado de política fuera de la época de elecciones. Y también a Ricky TV. Yo me he educado mucho con él. Él también te educa sobre tantos scandals, sure, but also sobre cómo votar en la papeleta. I think that's really important. Y nada, como estaba diciendo al principio, just, ¿verdad?, enfócate en ser mejor para tu país, empezando desde tu familia o tu círculo cercano, and then involúcrate en cosas de la comunidad. This to me is a way to do that. I love connecting with people. I love to just relate, if that's even possible. And yeah. Nada, espero que estén bien. Thank you for listening to me rant for the first 14 minutes. You know, you got 30 minutes. 30. Yes, 30. I got this episode was probably 30 minutes. It was probably pretty long. But I hope you guys liked it. I really hope to do more. We all know how that works all the time, but I'm really motivated. I feel like I say that so much, but let's see how this goes, okay? Salgan a votar, salgan a ser funcionario, ¿verdad? Y just do better. Síganme en TikTok because I'm going to be there. Síganme en Instagram because on TALKESHI Pod, ¿verdad? I'll post highlights y just a lot of fun stuff, not just stuff about the podcast, pero where to get great coffee, what music I'm listening to, what TV shows I'm watching. Cositas así, that's all going to be on there. Just fun little content stuff to feed your feed. Pero nada, espero que les haya gustado. Jennifer mentirosa, no sea embustera, muerta PNP. Y a todos los corruptos. Puerto Rico se merece algo mejor. Oh, and yes, I'm still very hot. Bye, guys.